Konversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the railroad go. Classic Konversations with Jae Tea and Lo.
Hey, yo, what's happening, people?
You could have seen that look on Phoenix's face a second ago, boy.
It is that time, and we are on time. The boss lady said, I don't care what y'all talking about. Guess what? We going. It's that time for Classic Konversations with Jae Tea and Lo.
And that's a cop.
And we are here, you dig, and let me make sure my ringer is off because,
I'm doing it as we speak.
you know, boss lady said, all right. Boss lady said, your ass is in the seats. We going live. Yeah, so here we go, man. Here we go. 404-500-1605. Why do I keep getting the 6 in this? 1605, man. I'm hoping that somebody will give us a telephone call tonight because when I made these two posts, interestingly enough, nobody wanted to comment on the debate, but everybody wanted to comment on LeBron and Bronny. That's something. But we'll get to that after we get to this break. We're going to get to that for the time being. Angelo, how you doing, bro?
Hey, man, I'm Gucci, brother. We're going to move fast. I know we got a lot of stuff to talk about. But when I get a bragging moment, you know I got to take it. So here we go. Bragging moment, number such and such and such and such. So, you know, I brag about my little Asa, my 16-year-old. You know, I call my little cute little nerd. So he took the SAT for the first time.
Wow.
Keep in mind, just turned 16, just finished the 10th grade.
My next question is, what SAT are? Okay.
He said, I asked him how he did, how he felt when he first came home. He said, well, a lot of the math stuff we haven't gone over yet, so I really didn't know it. I said, so what'd you do? He said, well, I just, kind of tried to figure out the best I could, Kid made a 1250.
Off the rip.
Kid made 1250 on his SAT, man.
Damn, 10th grade, that's damn good.
Bruh.
It's only going up.
You ain't even went over. That's great.
Damn.
Hey. Angelo, you're a pretty intelligent fellow. But I promise you, if I hadn't seen the kid and know how much you look just like you, I'd have some questions. This kid is a genius for real.
Hey, man.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
Hey, man, 1250, man. First time out to shoot, man. I was just like, man, so impressive. He loved the video y'all did when I shot him out, too, man. You could see the smile on his face, man. It was just like, tell him I said thank you. That's all I ever said. But, yeah, man, I just had to shout him out, man. I just thought that was absolutely awesome. 1250 out to shoot on the SAT, So, and when he actually goes over stuff this year, he's going to be dangerous by the time he take it,
Oh, hell yeah, they come back to
the next time.
go round, yeah.
But 1250, you can get in most schools right
That's crazy.
now.
Right now.
Damn.
Yeah.
Ivy's going to be reaching out to him, bro. Yep. Yeah.
Man. But then the second thing I want to do is I want to shout out Frederick Richard. If you don't know that name, Frederick Richard was the first black gymnast to win the all-around last week on the going to the Olympics, man.
Yeah.
First black male
male.
to ever win the all-around. So I just had to make sure I shout that out because I think that's super dope,
Yeah.
Fred. old Fred. Old Fred.
Old Freddie.
So now we done locked them both down, male and female.
Hey, man, that impressive,
Right.
man.
Because that
Miles,
young,
you
she
can't even
killed
say gymnast
man.
without even mentioning her name.
She killed it.
Simone
Well, they
just-
just gave us standing ovation. She walked out there.
Simone,
Did you see that shit she did?
Yeah,
I ain't
man.
knocking the brother, but Miles is on
No,
another level.
she's the GOAT for a reason.
Yeah, that shit,
She's the GOAT for a
it's
reason.
a given.
If
They
there's
just
any,
gonna give
other
this
question,
shit
I
Hey,
think
when a move is made after her, is named after her, hey, man.
Moves are named after
The Biles.
her.
Yeah.
The Biles,
Biles one, the Biles two.
what, the Biles move or something like that? It's crazy. It's crazy.
if they tried to do it, yeah. Hey, that's she the real deal, man. That's all I had, man. I just had to shout it out real quick.
MJ, how you doing, bro?
Excellent, man. Excellent. Been working all day.
Oh, okay. All right. How's everything going with the documentary? Everything still moving
It's
smoothly?
smooth, real smooth.
Okay.
We're gonna have a new media release on it, and it's gonna tell a lot of people, a lot of local people in it. It's about Atlanta.
Okay.
The Freaknik show had a lot of un-Atlanteans in it, and it's about Atlanta. It's a police officer department. It's some of the people. I'm gonna drop some names for you, but in the next show, there's a lot of people you're gonna recognize.
That's dope.
Music people you're gonna recognize. So it's actually going to be pretty good. Dave embraced it, so it's gonna be pretty good.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Well, got two things for us to go over before we get into the meat of everything. Y'all know the NCAA now has the NIL deals, name, image, and likeness for the players. Well, some former college players decided they waited until March Madness happened. Mm-hmm. And you know how you see the commercials, them showing the videos from prior champions and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So, the 1983 North Carolina State team is suing the NCAA for using their name, image, and likeness without their permission. And now
The game system?
No, on TV.
Yeah,
because they show the commercials.
Oh.
So they couldn't do it before, but now that they've done it, now that NIL is out there, they can do this. And some players like Mario Chalmers from Kansas and Sharon Collins from Kansas, and a couple of more. They actually, a couple of HBCU students in there. They actually got this lawsuit going against the NCAA in regards to that.
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They done opened up something, boy.
But it's good. They're gonna take a couple licks back. They just gonna say NCAA tournament. Ain't paying nobody.
Just show a ball rolling out on the court.
Yeah.
So they're suing them for their name, image, and likeness? That's what they're suing
Because,
them for?
if you show a commercial showing Jim
They get
Valvano and the cardiac pack from back in the day,
Okay.
you didn't get their permission to do that.
I didn't know you had to, though.
Well, you didn't until they
started
the likeness
yeah.
thing.
I know, but
Because think about it. It's just like if we had the show and we put Earthquake on the show. He ain't on the show, but we keep on showing Earthquake's pictures. Hey, we're going to have a show tonight, Earthquake. We're going to have a show tonight, Earthquake's picture. Same way. Even though those people really didn't factor into it, everybody's watching the tournament, they still use this likeness without asking.
Yep.
Now, you boys are quick, so you probably wouldn't say nothing, but still, you use this likeness. So I see where they're going.
Somebody from NC State started it, and then the singular players started coming out with it. It's not only the NCAA, of course. It's the television show, television station, the parent company, and all that type of stuff, because they're not paying them the same way if they used whatever player is playing right now. If they use him in a commercial, you got to pay him. Mm-hmm. So because they didn't pay them for that.
So you're saying, based on their lawsuit, they're trying to say that if the NCAA shows any commercials with any team on it, those teams can automatically sue for their name, image, and likeness?
If they don't get paid, yeah.
The players, not the
players.
team.
No, I
the
understand.
players.
I understand.
Not the team, not the school, but the players themselves.
Yeah.
The reason the NC State team is doing it is because they was using the whole name of the cardiac pack or something. I don't know how they, locked that name in.
I'm gonna do some research
I don't know
on
how
that.
they locked that name in.
It is. I'm happy for the players, because think about the players that played during that period that didn't make it pro and didn't make a dime off of any of them. And they were, maybe the third best guy, and the fourth best, so everybody's gonna get paid. I like it, and they probably won't do it for past stuff, but like say if you have something that's got Eric Dickerson in his heyday, and they told the Pony Express, anytime you think of SMU, you automatically Craig and Dickerson. Mm-hmm. So I think that would be a good way to get people paid that may not have gotten paid for the likeness. But they both did, but you know what I'm saying.
Right, they did.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Dixon got paid, and they probably got paid while they were there.
No, they definitely got paid. That's why they got
Yeah, Pony
suspended.
Express disappeared.
Next thing, the BET Awards show, they always do this segment where they actually, it's a memoriam for anybody that's passed since the last show that they did. Mm-hmm. Well, O.J. Simpson was included in this one. Mm-hmm. So the families of Nicole Simpson Brown and Ron Goldman say that O.J. Simpson should not have been included in the moment because they're actually highlighting, what do they call it? A rapist. I didn't put it down, but it's a rapist, wife beater, and some other stuff. And yeah.
I saw that.
But they couldn't say murder.
I saw that.
Actually, I think the sister actually did call him a killer. Ron Goldman didn't, but I think the sister actually did call him a killer. You know, they was basically saying anybody that thought of this should be fired. They went deep with it. I don't think they're gonna try and sue, but they basically they went in on that.
That bus left the station, you know. Yeah. Exactly. That bus lost the station, shit.
And they tried to say that he only received a light round of applause, but nobody really received the round of applause.
Yeah, you usually wait to the end anyway.
Too
So
much.
they just try to throw something out there at that point.
Yeah, nobody really received anything anyway. But like I said, we got a lot to talk about, so we're going to go and take this break. We will be right back. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo.
And that's the cop.
I think everybody know at this point in time, man, we got supercomputers we walking around with, man, Googleizing everything. And everybody know if that watermelon ain't got no seed, man, it's trash. It's trash. What the hell ain't trash? Right? Trash. We already know it. It just
Seedless grapes.
All that stuff that you know is not natural. That's the simplest way to put it. Now, if they start finessing the seed, that's another echelon. But right now, they making it very plain and clear. Very plain and clear what's fake and what ain't. And we know that fake stuff artificial is nowhere close to the natural thing. Mm-hmm. That's just by way of just common sense. So we know it's healthier. We know it's better for our bodies, but we also know that they're putting additives in this fake artificial stuff to make it look, not even feel, I'm going to say look like the real deal.
All right, y'all, we back. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo.
And that's the cop.
Listen, people, want y'all to give us a telephone call, 404-500-1605. Also, while you're in there, again, if you're looking at this live right now, and especially if you're on your cell phone, but even if you're not, listen to the instructions. If you're on your cell phone, there's a little heart button to the right. You hit that button, then a whole bunch of other buttons are going to pop up. If you hit those buttons as many times as possible, because when you do, it helps our
algorithm
go up. And as I've told you, man, Spotify, Amazon, we there. YouTube, everything is going to be replayed. But every time you see this stuff replaying and you get that notification, just need for you to go over there and hit that button, man. Just hit the button. And also, what else can it do, Angela?
It tell a friend, it tag a friend. And if you're watching right now, I say it every week, man. Go ahead and hit the button, because listen.
Push the goddamn button. Push the goddamn button.
That's what I need to do right now. Do it one more time.
Push your goddamn button.
That's what I need to do right now.
Not
I love
not
it.
now, but right now.
But right now. I love it. I love it. I love it.
That's all you got to do, man. It's just that easy. Just that easy. If somebody with a light voice like that can do it, so can you.
There it is.
So listen, man, we're gonna get going, man. Yeah. LeBron and Bronny. Listen, there was an uproar. LeBron James' son, Bronny James, was actually drafted in the NBA at number 55 in the second round by the Los Angeles Lakers. If you know anything about basketball, you know that LeBron James also plays on the Lakers. He also plays on the Lakers. So what we're going to see is going to be the first time ever in basketball that you will see a father and son actually take the court together. Or even if they don't take the court together, being on the same team. We've seen this in baseball. Taking nothing away from baseball players, but I can see it happening in baseball.
Sure.
I seriously doubt if you ever see it in football.
Doubtful.
That's going to be hard. But now we're about to see it in basketball. God willing, nothing happens. We're about to see it in basketball. And there's a lot of different takes on this thing. I think there's 3 different ways that you can look at this thing. You can look at it from a father's point of view. You can look at it, which I don't think a lot of people are, looking at it from the son's point of view, a son's point of view. And then you can look at it from a basketball side of things. And I'm going to get into the comments. I had a lot that actually commented on this thing. I was actually surprised it was paying attention. It's amazing what, people, now for a fact people are paying attention, but they only want to talk about certain things. You know what I'm saying? I really found that out with these 2 certain posts that I made this week. But start with you, MJ. What you think about it? What you think about Bronny being drafted? And of course, and do you think that LeBron had any influence on getting him?
No, no influence at all. No, I look at it like this. I'm a father. I have sons, and I would love to have the ability to elevate my sons the way he has. And because his youngest son, he's probably the better of the 2 in basketball, from what they say. And when you watch him on YouTube, the younger son's the better one. But I just look at it differently. I look at it like if it was my son and I had the ability to bring him to the front of the line with me, I would. And there's different ways to look at it, but I think he's 100%. He loves his son. He's shown that all along. So it's not like he hasn't been a dad and just dragging his kid out there and saying, do this. He's trained him probably since he was a little kid. His shit's been on YouTube since he was in elementary school. So I think it was like an evolution. And the more you look at it and think about it, I just think it was a situation where he was on the bench pretty much, and USC was going to have to wait his turn. He said, I know what my son can do. You're talking about, I know a lot of y'all going to say the number 1 player. I think he's probably about the number 3. But Jordan, then Magic Johnson, then him. But he plays against people, so if anybody could say if this kid should be on the court or not and actually talk about it purely from a player standpoint, I don't think he loves his son. I don't think he would have put him out there if he didn't think his son had the ability.
Go ahead.
No. I want you to respond based on your initial post. Then I want to respond to both. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I'll go to my initial post, and I was trying to tell people to get on over here right now. Yeah.
I would do it too.
In regards, I hear what you're saying in regards to LeBron knowing that, practicing with his son and knowing what his son can do, that he should be on the basketball court. I actually disagree with that point. I think LeBron knows that his son is probably not worthy of being on the basketball court. But from a father's point of view, it's hard. Me as a father, it's hard to get my son and to play on a basketball team with my son just playing rec ball. So when you get the opportunity to make history and get your son on a team, because we all know it's not about money. You know, a lot of people say, you know, it could be about legacy. I think it's about history and LeBron chasing that GOAT status because it's a testament to him and what he puts into the game to still be able to play at this level and his son being able to actually join him on the team. I don't think that Bronny is actually going to see the court in a regular season game with LeBron on the floor. If they do, it will be for clicks and also for history. Man. I think he will see the court during preseason because from a basketball standpoint, you know, the kid made the McDonald's All-American team and he shouldn't have. I think he's a good player. I didn't know he was as short as he is. He's only 6'1". I thought he was taller than that. From a Lakers point of view, I feel that they made the smart decision because they want to keep LeBron. Why wouldn't they? They want to keep LeBron, so why wouldn't they? From his agent, what's his name? Rich Paul. Hey, man, we all talk, which Rich Paul and LeBron is, right. It's hand in hand. They powerful. They are powerful because for you to be able to navigate it all the way through, for him to be picked at number, still be there at number 55. He didn't even let him work out for other teams. He only let him work out for 3 different teams. That was it. The Lakers and 2 other teams because he said it was a developmental like thing, but he knew those other teams wasn't going to draft him. So, and I don't feel that he is good enough to really make an NBA roster. It's my opinion, but I understand what LeBron is doing, and you know, I got to give kudos on that right there because, bro, to be able to play at the top of your game and still your son has the ability to play with you, that's rough. That's hard to do.
You go ahead. I'll say mine after. I disagree.
I know if he was finished. So
Yeah, I'm done.
So here's my argument with that, right? First of all, we all know nepotism runs rampant in corporate America. It runs rampant in sports. And, you know, but why, what I don't understand is why we question situations like this. And it's been it was a lot of conversation from a lot of people across the board, and some of it was you know, just negative. You know what I mean? It wasn't, well, I just don't think he's good enough.
Right.
It was a lot worse. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But we don't do the same thing with other folks getting away with bloody murder. Mm-hmm. You know,
like
now think about
the Steelers.
Think about. There you go with nonsense again. But let's just think about this Laker team by itself, right? The new head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers is J.J. Redick, that has about 30 minutes of coaching experience at direct lead with his daughter. Mm-hmm. And he's now the head coach of the most prestigious franchise in NBA lore. Nope. With 0 head coaching experience. He coached about 30 minutes with his 13-year-old daughter's team, and now you're the head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers.
Can you say LeBron's bitch?
You can say whatever you want to say. The point is, this got more negative criticism
than it did when they hired Redick.
when they hired J.J. Redick.
That is insane.
Who has 0 experience.
That is insane.
Now, this guy, Bronny James, I think, has worked extremely hard to get to be in the position that he's in, to even be in the conversation of a draft pick or an NBA player. We don't know what he would have done at USC had he not darn near died prior to the season.
Yeah,
we don't know. We have to know that affected a lot of things. So people say, oh, he didn't get any play. He only did 4 minutes. But he didn't start playing till midway through the season. And then you know how things are. Stuff starts. We're already working some stuff. We'll just work you in best we can. You know what I mean? And keep in mind, the coach got fired. So obviously there was a lot of things going negative with that program. So we don't know what he would have developed to as a college player. You said, he should have been invited to the All-American game. Says who? You know what I mean, but let me rephrase that. Based on what? Then you say he should have been drafted. And that's been my biggest argument. What are we basing it on? You know what I mean? And I've challenged everyone that I've talked to over the last few days. I've made the same challenge. Please give me the last, I start off with 5. I drop it down to 3. Give me the last 3 second-round draft picks of your favorite team. Second round. No one's been able to name them yet. You know why? Because nobody ever cares about the second-round draft pick in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? So when people saying, this guy from North Carolina, he didn't even get drafted. This guy from North Carolina State, he didn't get drafted. And there were 60 draft picks. So you're saying LeBron's one took away from all of those players? You know what I'm saying? All of them? None of them got drafted because LeBron got drafted? You know what I'm saying? The criticism is nonsense. What's one pick? So if the boy from NC State was good enough, he could have got picked at 53, 54, 56, through 30. He didn't get drafted. So that one draft pick didn't alter all these players'
You're right there.
futures.
But the Lakers, from a basketball sense, could have done better for their team. Even though it's the second round, could have done better for their team. Somebody that probably could actually play this year for them to what they need.
I disagree. I disagree
because
again.
if it wasn't for them making that move, LeBron would be the number 3 guy in Dallas.
That's corporate. That's a corporate move right there. That
was a keep LeBron on your team move.
But if you're trying to improve the team, I get what you're saying, because to improve the team, LeBron has to be there.
Exactly.
Period. But if you take that equation out of it, there are people they could have drafted that had a better chance.
Do the stats, people. The average free agent versus second round pick that makes the NBA roster, and you're going to be astonished. The second round picks don't hardly even make the team. So
facts.
what do you mean they could have done better?
I'll say
that position seldom even makes it. You know what I'm saying? Very seldom even makes it. You can go back like 5 drafts. There's only like 16 players of the entire draft, first round picks, still in the league.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So we're putting way too much on this one pick.
I'll say this too, and I just look at it differently being a father. I think, and I disagree with you on this tip, LeBron's a lot of things, but a bad father ain't one of them. And I don't think he would set his son up for failure like that, because he actually knows his son, like you know your son. You know, you may not give him a basketball, but you know he work the hell out of a computer. You know what I'm saying? Smart kid. And you know this. So you know if he got something from MIT his junior year and say, hey, we can take it right now. You know your son, you'll be able to say, no, my son can do it.
Right.
And say it with confidence. And I think he's watched him, because I've been following him. I'm not a real basketball fan, but I follow him because LeBron James' son playing. Let's check him out. And he's been there. That's why I know the younger son's the better one of the two. But I don't think he would put his son out and put him in a situation for failure, because people got to realize, until the Eastern Europeans came back to basketball, how many players on the end of NBA benches wouldn't have even made the team if it wasn't for the fact they were trying to keep it lighter? And now the Eastern European players, people talk all that shit, but they are some of the top players in the league, just being real. And so when you put Bronny James, you telling me he couldn't have beat, because think about it, back in the day, there'd always be at least 3 to 4 white players that made the team. Utah would be 8, but they have people on the team. Please, if they didn't do that when they had Malone and Stockton, they would have won one. But the thing is, you got those guys on the bench. They've always had that as part of the NBA, because you need some Me Too players. And I'm not even saying dismiss him as a Me Too player, but he can sit his ass down on a 3-point line, and when LeBron or whoever kicks it back to him, he can drain a 3. Watch. Let's put a bet on that. Your cigar choice and my liquor choice, that he plays regular season with his dad.
Oh, he definitely
He said
would.
he said he wanted to touch the
feel
court.
it won't. Now,
I would take that bet.
I wouldn't bet on it, but I'm just speaking from my again, like I said, I'm speaking from my basketball acumen.
I feel what you're saying about.
I've followed him too. He can't shoot.
But he's a point.
But
you mean he can't
he'll 20-something%. I mean, he'll get better because now it's a job.
But you got
so
people
far,
on
just
the team that's paid to take shots. Like, think about it. Hawks had to get rid of one because they had too many people that want to take shots. And they just got rid of the better of the two, I guess. My personal opinion.
When he went to the NBA Combine, he had one of the highest ratings at the Combine.
And you know what his rating was?
The NBA Combine
in the drills.
But the NBA Combine, even on the one-on-ones and on the
not on the 5-on-5, no sir.
Look at his point. He still had more. He was one of the top scorers.
And again, he shot 30-something%.
But bigger than that, it was his defensive prowess.
Yeah, the defensive prowess. I think he has a way to get there that way. But I don't think it's going to be early.
But my point is, the second round draft picks are typically going to the G League. They go through a whole bunch of what's the word? Developmental stuff. You know what I mean? What I'm saying is he's no different, and he's not going to be any different than any of those guys. Now, did his dad being who he is help? Of course it did. But who cares? You know what I'm saying? Who cares?
I'm glad LeBron
Rex
did
Ryan has a whole family in the league because of him. And we can go down the list of head coaches in college. Bill Belichick's son. What is it? What do we know him from?
Being on silent with that.
Andy Reid's son. They killed somebody and got out. Why? Because of his dad. Man, come on, man. My point is, who cares? Why? But what I hate is, why is it that we are always the ones that's so freaking critical when these things happen for our people?
I'll even bring it closer to home.
We deserve one every now and then.
I'll even bring it closer to home. If your son come in tomorrow and say, Dad, I want to be a comedian, who's on open mic night next week?
You got to think about that. Nah. He said, I don't think I want him in that light.
Yeah, that's got a good example.
Yeah, he ain't gonna go that far. No.
I know that struggle. Why would I put him in that?
No, but my point is, if he had talent and you could see him on the mic,
sure,
you knock him out.
If he had that personality and all that stuff,
my son to your comedy show. I don't want him to start off on mine. And you get him in the round. That's what I'm saying. You get him in there.
But trust and believe, anything I can get my sons in, man, based on me knowing somebody,
every time,
I'm not going to hesitate.
That's what you're supposed
and
to do.
I could give two blankety blanks what anybody had to say about it.
But everybody's doing it.
And that's what I said.
Look at Trump and all his kids.
Look at Trump, period.
Look
at him. He was gifted.
Look at Biden. Biden got his son paid.
Damn his kids. Look at Trump, period. Yeah. But
you got his son paid.
I applaud LeBron for getting his son in there. But then, like I said, looking at it from another angle. Now let's look at it. How much time we got? 5 minutes? 2. From Bronny's point of view, how do you think he feels in regards to the pressures and everything that he's gonna,
now that point,
face?
I differ a little bit because honestly, I think he should have stayed in college if he wanted to develop his own game and separate himself from his daddy. But I don't know how good the kid really is. I don't know what his confidence level is, who he is. But personally, I would have wanted to do it all on my own because I had the opportunity.
I totally feel if he didn't have that heart condition, he'd have been a totally different player. That heart condition messes with your confidence. It's hard for you to really go hard until you actually do it and nothing happens. And usually when you do it, it's on instinct. I think he would have been a lot better player if it wasn't for the heart condition. And I think he could have showed better the next year.
I think you don't
not
need,
at USC, but
I think you don't need, and what they've shown is, if you look at the top 10 NBA draft picks of this past week, the top 10 alone, how many of them came out of college?
High school 1 year.
How many came out of college? I
need
high school.
Hey.
Most of them came out of Europe and the G League.
I had to Google them.
Thank you.
And I've never had to use Google for a draft.
Here's my
and the Hawks
point.
player, I was like, well, goddamn.
Hey, but why didn't those guys? People mad at those guys? How did he get in? He went to the G League. How did he get in? He didn't even play in college. We went to NC. We went to the Connecticut. We went to all the places. They didn't even go. And man, none of these guys you even know. Yeah. Let's keep it real. You know what I mean? So they're showing college is not necessarily the number one thing for these guys anymore, man. Out of the top 10 picks, I think 2 of them actually played in college.
Yeah,
I'm saying not for that, but I mean,
I would really,
what I was
really
speaking
wish they
on
would
is
let him
him
go from high
separating
school
himself from his dad, himself from his dad.
I like to comment on that too, but we gotta go. We gotta go.
Yeah.
This is looking
I'm gonna
at
go over
strange.
some of the comments when we get back before we get into the little comedy show that we had the other night. Classic Konversations with Jae Tea and Lo.
And that's a cop.
We'll be right back.
I think everybody know at this point in time, man, we got supercomputers we walking around with, man, Google eyes and everything. And everybody know if that watermelon ain't got no seed, man, it's trash. It's trash. It's trash. Right? Trash. We already know it. It just
Seedless grapes. Seedless grapes.
All that stuff that you know is not natural. That's the simplest way to put it. Now, if they start finessing the seed, that's another echelon. But right now, they making it very plain and clear. Very plain and clear what's fake and what ain't. And we know that fake stuff artificial is nowhere close to the natural thing. Mm-hmm. That's just by way of just common sense. So we know it's healthier. We know it's better for our bodies, but we also know that they're putting additives in this fake artificial stuff to make it look, not even feel, I'm going to say look like the real deal.
All right, y'all, we are back. We are back. Classic Konversations with Jae Tea and Lo.
And that's a cop.
Nobody called. Y'all, and I tagged all y'all, man. Y'all did all that typing and nobody called in. Not all that typing. I had 60-something comments on that thing. Long comments, too. Ain't nobody called. See what I'm saying, boy? Y'all, boy, support. That's all we asking for. Hit this little thing, bro. Support. Hit the little, hit it.
Push your goddamn button.
Damn.
I love
That's all
it.
I'm asking for, man. Shit.
I love it.
We got some comments over there, man, because I'm not. I don't have YouTube. I got Facebook.
I agree, but he would get attention because of who his dad is. JJ Redick has a complexion advantage. As we allow in the comments. Everybody's kind of just listening right now. But real quick, that last question was, what was it about? How does it affect him? I think Bronny is built for it.
Yeah.
I think he has the family structure. I think he has a good mentality. Everything you've seen from the kid shows that he's humble. But the biggest thing is he has a love and passion for the game of basketball. He's playing the game for himself. He's not playing it for
forced.
anybody else. He wants to do this. Bryce is just taller. We don't know how much better, but Bryce is a pretty skilled player, but he got the height. Bronny just didn't get the height, but he has the heart. And the one thing we know that you cannot coach is heart.
Yeah.
And you get the player and put him in the right system under the right tutelage. There's no telling what can become of him.
He is not Michael Jordan's kids, because Michael Jordan's kid did not play it because they wanted to. They played it because of the Jordan name.
Sure.
You saw it every time they played. You saw it. One of them went to school. They was wearing, I think they was wearing Adidas, and he said, "I'm wearing Jordans," and just took the fines. It's like it's crazy. Yeah.
I wish nothing but the best for the kid, man. I whether he plays it all this year, I don't think he'll play no major minutes. No. I mean, I'm sure the Lakers are going to be in some games where they're going to either win big or lose big. He'll get a chance to play, and trust believe the last substitution is going to be LeBron, and he going to get the opportunity to play with him.
I'm looking forward to see one of them make a pass to the other, and that one make a shot. That's going to be dope. That's going to be crazy.
Well, and that's all he has to do is develop that part of his game, because there's always an NBA team that's saying we need a point guard to just play point, not score. We got to shoot. We got forwards. I just think he's got a good shot. But the other thing you got to look at, he's going to be cool as ever side of the pillow, because at the end of the day, he could give 10 fucks if he had money or not.
Got plenty of money. It ain't about money. That's one
he
thing we know.
It ain't like he's scared that he might get cut. He ain't even worried about that.
Somebody said that LeBron was going to take a pay cut so they could pay his son. I said, man, get the hell out of here.
LeBron don't need to pick up a paycheck.
Now y'all digging deep. They digging deep. They digging deep now, boy. You're digging deep. You're digging too deep.
And we just talked about the basketball. We didn't talk about the business side of the part. The business side is just brilliant. LeBron Bronny James is sold that number 9 jersey sold 500,000 jerseys in 2 days.
You're gonna have to pull that one up.
500,000 jerseys in 2 days.
Please believe. Look,
hey, from
I'm
a
gonna tell
business
you right
standpoint,
now,
ingenious.
I'm getting one of those jerseys. It's my favorite number and my name on the back of it. Oh yeah, I'm getting me one of those.
Number one fan said Michael Jordan killed, too busy with the babysitter. God dog.
Right. Yeah, they were living life. Yeah, they was living that other life. All right, man. So we'll move on to the debate. Comedy show. What else we want to call it?
I was going to say ask for him, but...
Okay. Well,
party fucking?
I'll ask you, who do you think won the debate? Who do you think won the debate?
I think Biden won the debate. Joe Biden.
Well,
you think he won because he didn't tell a lie, or you think he won because
his nose grew a little bit in the motherfucker? And you can't say Trump lied because Trump didn't answer a damn question.
Well, the question he did answer, he lied.
That joke was dodging questions. They asked questions and Trump would talk for 20 minutes and then come back to next.
But that's his entire presidency, though. Yeah. That's all he did during his entire presidency. That's all he did during his entire presidency, man. Listen, this is observation I noticed with the fan visiting my brother this past week. So we had a lot of these conversations, right? And here's what I noticed about presidents. You know, especially when they talk about how bad Biden looks. Every president, as you know, ages tremendously in that 4 years. Usually the first 2 years, you start seeing them age. You know what I mean? We know how President Obama went in there, you know what I mean? Black hair.
Playing basketball out.
That junk came out great so fast. The only president that you notice didn't really age as much is 45. You know why? Because he's the only president that never took the job seriously.
I was about to say that he's the only president
he never took the job
didn't
seriously.
Give a fuck.
He didn't care.
Yeah.
He didn't care. He just went golfing. He went golfing throughout his entire presidency. You know what I mean? And so that's why he, then we know he's all made up, got makeup all over the place, fake hair and all that stuff. But, it's like, come on, man. This guy looked dead into the American people's eyes and straight lied to them. I didn't have sex with a porn star. What? What? You just look right there in the camera, just lied to everyone. Because she's
there
retired.
She wrote. There you go. She was retired. He didn't lie. She wasn't a porn star at that point. Yeah, she wasn't a porn star at that point.
Go ahead.
I'll let y'all have this.
But what was interesting is, like I said, when I made these two posts, I made them in the same day. Yeah. First, I made the LeBron and Bronny post. Like I said, popping. Still, people still commenting on it. Still. Mm-hmm. I made the post about the debate. I called Angelo, and it was like 2 hours later. and I went to look at Facebook, and there wasn't one comment, like, or anything on it. What does that say about what our people's priorities are in regards to what they
I
want
wouldn't
to talk
say that.
about?
It's just people didn't like bestiality. Because the elephant fucked the donkey.
Well, that elephant had been doing a lot of fucking, so I mean, I could see him fucking the donkey too. He didn't fuck a porn star though.
Yeah, buddy.
Well, said no one taking anything serious about the debate. This is true. Supreme Court yesterday gave him the power to shoot and kill anyone on Fifth Avenue. But here's what I can say to that. As I thought about that today, based on the Supreme Court's decision, that also gives the current president the ability to take some actions right now as well. Maybe he should. You can get away with it. Go ahead. You can lock him up now. You can do whatever. And you can't get in trouble for immunity. Yes, that's a beautiful thing. If you take advantage of it, he need to take advantage of it. Don't wait for 45 to do it. Because we know in 45 he's going to take full advantage of it.
There's boy dogs in this.
Here lies the problem. And it's just the party, man. That party is just different. But like we said earlier today, this is what he put those Supreme Court justices in place for. These are the moments where that stuff comes into play. When they allowed this dude to put in 3 Supreme Court justices in one presidency term, I mean that opened the door for this moment.
When they died, it's not like he did anything wrong. The people died. What was he supposed to do? Not put him in there?
No, remember they denied President Obama the ability that he was supposed to be able to put in the one, and they denied it. He should have had one of those.
Yeah, that's true.
But they saved it for a goofball.
Damn.
So you think that I know that I was looking at some of the I looked at most of the debate. I didn't look at all of it, going back and forth. But do you think I heard some words about maybe the party looking to see if Biden would step down after his lapses of speech and
well,
things of
let me
that
say
nature?
real quick, MJ.
I think
Number
Michelle
one
Obama did better than
fan
that.
brought up something that I wasn't aware of, that Biden has had a speech impediment for his entire career. And so, anybody with a speech impediment, when they can easily get frozen and stuck on those in the situations. And man, 80-something years old. So you combine all that together, it did play a major part. And he showed it when he went to that speech right after that. That he's still very coherent, he still can speak, naturally can't speak as fast and as hard and all that stuff. But, I didn't know that. So when she told me that opened my eyes to say, okay, now naturally that's not going to be morning news because nobody wants to give it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They don't want to hear the truth. Nobody wants to hear the
Nobody
truth.
wants to hear the truth.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to hear the truth. So, the stepping down part was just yin yang. He's not stepping down. There's no chance of that junk gonna happen. But go ahead, MJ.
But if we were going to say, I think Michelle Obama would be the best one to run.
Well,
I think she'd be a good choice.
why would she want to do it?
I was going to say,
she probably don't want to do it.
Is that one of those been there, done that type situations?
No,
where-
she didn't do it. Her husband did it. But I think she, just for like the way she carries herself, look, you put Trump in there, and Trump had absolutely no experience.
I think I have a desire. I would be surprised if she had a desire to
Right.
deal with that BS. She's probably happy they finally got out of the house. And then her mama just passed. She probably has no desire
To go through that
to
scrutiny.
do any of that junk.
after
You know what I mean?
after seeing everything up close, having the first seat to see all the stuff that her husband had.
And see her husband age, yeah.
That's
That's a pretty sad situation because the Kennedy, that's about it.
Well, the problem is simply the Democratic Party has failed to properly prepare someone for this position. You know what I mean?
How about the VP?
That should have. Yeah,
How about the VP?
Let's be realistic. You want to put somebody in a position that has a legitimate chance to win.
Why doesn't the VP have a chance?
It's not
She's your
about the
number
VP
two.
because she's a black female. You know what I mean? If they knocked off a white female, What's the chances of them saying, "Oh yeah, we let a black female come on, man"?
Nah, that's just
Oh yeah, that's a
Gotta be realistic.
damn.
You know what I mean?
That's. Didn't think of it that way, but you're right, bro.
Oh yeah, come on, man.
He did knock off a white female.
Yeah, so I think number one fan was she named off a couple of people that should have been better groomed for this position. I think it was who'd you tell me? It was Gavin Newsom, I think, or somebody, and it was somebody else that she named that. But the point is, this should have been already happening over the course of this term. You know what I mean? So that we'd be in a better position at this point. Right now, the Democratic Party felt like they had no one that stood a chance to beat 45.
but they would put them up,
Yeah, they would. You know what I mean? So that's the problem you have, is that they didn't prepare properly. I just think that the Democratic Party just sometimes it's very frustrating because they're just not. You said a minute ago, they're not dogs, man. You know what I mean? You need them cane corsos.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? hey, huh? Yeah, you can't play a chihuahua,
Yep,
man.
and the Democratic Party went out like Sexy Red.
God, dog, not Sexy Red. Gavin Newsom and Westmore. Yeah. Yeah.
That would be a better choice.
Yeah, but they didn't properly prepare. They didn't, you know what I mean? It's just, when we knew President Obama was coming, man, they put everything, they was in position, and it was like, oh, this guy different.
The build up to it.
It was a build up to it.
Yeah.
I just failed. I just think they dropped the ball on this one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That you said that way. Trying to do something now would really be an epic fail.
Oh, come on. Wouldn't stand a chance, man. It'd be like you might as well just throw the towel in at this point.
Yeah, epic fail.
I don't think it would work.
Sean said they should have been said the debate should have been sponsored by Red Bull. Could have given both of them wings.
Cat dog. Cat dog.
What y'all think about the black job statement?
It's a typical 45 statement, man. Joke is ignorant as the day is long. Black jobs, huh?
And he said it a couple
MJ,
times.
tell us about the black jobs.
Right, he said it a couple times.
What are black jobs? You help us understand that.
And Biden co-signed on it too. Biden co-signed on it. He said the same damn thing. It was insulting. Like I said, Trump, if Biden wasn't so fucked up, he could have closed his eyes and beat Trump, because Trump didn't answer a single fucking question the whole time. And when he did, like you said, he stretched the truth. And so, like I said, it's sad that even one of them people is going to be in charge of the country for the next 4 years. And that's just where we are, all jokes aside.
And I didn't hear, and like I said, I was going back and forth. I thought I looked at plenty of it, because I didn't hear anything come up about, his charges, his indictments, his status. But then I did hear that something did come out about that at the beginning. Was that true?
That was just Joe popping off. But you got to look at it.
He should have kept popping off.
Where he had
The moderator
should have
did do a
been
good
brought
job.
up against Biden was the border crisis, and I think that's something that's going to have to be dealt with correctly and swiftly, and it hasn't been. And so that's something I wanted to hear both the candidates, speak on, and neither one of them. They were both. Trump was avoidance and Biden was clueless. So it was just sad all the way around, because when you look at it at the end of the day, we do have a situation. We have conflicts we're involved in. We have billions of dollars being spent to prop up other countries' wars, and we've got homeless issues. We've got inner city school issues, or schools, period. And so, hey, there's a lot that could have been addressed, and it wasn't. They were throwing pot shots at each other the whole night. I think that was 100% the worst presidential debate I've ever seen, and I watch them all.
Yeah, 45, I don't even know if he was avoiding as much as he just don't know. He has no clue about nothing, man. He really has no clue, man.
Those pretty simple questions, and
he has no clue, man. If you ask him what is his real agenda, man, oh man, we got, it remind me of Buddy from Good Time. Oh, I got plans. I got big plans. That's all his answers. Oh yeah, we're gonna be really working on that. We're gonna really work on it. He never gives it, but he never has given answers. It's always been, I'm gonna have the number one plan. The plan we're gonna put together is gonna be the best plan you ever heard. Just wait. That's what he always says. He never gives an answer. He just tells you what just nonsense. And there's people rally behind it. Oh, he's gonna give us a great plan. Well, what is it? Oh, he's working on it. Come on, man, that dude.
He's working on his acceptance speech.
He was funny, man.
Dude is horrible, man. This guy is absolutely horrible, man.
Yeah.
He's horrible, man. I mean, but you want to have a guy who has a speech impediment that's just simply AIDS because he did his job, or you want to have a guy that just sit there and just continue to lie to you and has no clue. The man said that all of his generals, he had the best rating amongst generals.
Yeah, that was powerful.
He said he had the best rating that goes to the generals? What?
Did any generals disagree?
Yes, all the ones that left his administration. That all talked about him.
Oh, the ones that left. Okay.
Yeah. Have you ever seen that many generals ever leave an administration before in the history of presidency, bro? Never. Come on, man. Hey, man, this dude just makes up. This dude just makes up stuff.
Election night.
Black jobs, water boys, basketball players, lawyers, entrepreneurs, street pharmacists, farmers, media consultants. Those are the.
They ain't taking those jobs.
He had the best quote for General Insurance. Elena said they felt he was the only one to beat. 45, so they felt they could beat him again. Hopefully they will groom someone for the future. They have to. That means the whole time he was in office, that was his line, "We are the best." Never explained it. Exactly. She said James Langford had the votes. Hey, man, General Insurance, that's hilarious.
Whoo. All right, man. And with that one, hey, top five things that LeBron can call Bronny and Bronny can call LeBron.
Yeah. Stephen A. did that way.
I want our opinion. What can he call him, and what can how does he say something to his pops or his dad, like Ken Griffey said when he said hit a home run, dad, and everybody looked at him like he said daddy, and everybody looked at him like he was like,
daddy?
That is my dad. So I want to see what y'all think the Bronny can call LeBron and what LeBron can call Bronny without embarrassing the other. And with that, we'll be top 5. We'll be right back. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo.
And that's a cop.
I think everybody know at this point in time, man, we got supercomputers we walking around with, man, Google eyes and everything. And everybody know if that watermelon ain't got no seed, man, it's trash. It's trash. It's trash. Right? Trash. We already know it. It just
Seedless grapes.
All that stuff that you know is not natural. That's the simplest way to put it. Now, if they start finessing the seed, that's another echelon. But right now, they making it very plain and clear. Very plain and clear what's fake and what ain't. And we know that fake stuff artificial is nowhere close to the natural thing. Mm-hmm. That's just by way of just common sense. So we know it's healthier. We know it's better for our bodies, but we also know that they're putting additives in this fake artificial stuff to make it look, not even feel, I'm going to say look like the real deal.
thing to actually have stats. The other guy just wasn't prepared. He just prepared to lie.
Well, we'll talk about this selection night.
Yeah, man. We are back. Hey, we back. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Low.
Ask a cop.
And as you heard, Ask the Cop, got a little allergy thing going on over there. It comes up every now and then, usually when talking about.
Bushy coat.
You good with that sneeze, boy. You good with it. So, man, what you got? What you want to close out with, Ask the Cop? Because we're gonna do that first, then we go into the top 5.
Okay. You threw me off on that one.
I know we flipped it.
What can we talk about? I'm looking forward to the next debate. No, all seriousness, if you look at what's going on in Atlanta right now, it's hot as hell. And they've had a lot of issues recently there's been a lot of police shootings and things of that nature. I think that calmer heads need to prevail. There's a lot of, officers are acting correctly. Like, I think all the shootings are obviously that they're right on point. The ones, and I say in Georgia, I'm not saying the United States. In Georgia, I think that communities just need to reach out more, because in Atlanta, it's nobody's talking about it, but the crime's getting worse. And I'm not talking about the crime stats. I'm talking about the crimes in certain areas. When it's not affecting Buckhead anymore because they got the wall around it. It's not affecting, Zone 6, the Moreland Avenue area, because they got a wall around it. But crime is still rampant in Atlanta. The violent crime is still out there. And if you look at the ag assault numbers, they're up. Because if you look at the areas where they're occurring in one area or two areas. So the crime's still high. That's something that needs to be addressed.
How do you address it? How? Just real quick. Just when you say address it how?
I think, I don't want to put business out there because I still talk to a lot of the supervisors, but the numbers aren't there. The raw numbers aren't there for law enforcement. They're paying more than they ever had.
Okay.
Extra jobs paying $75,
lack of
$100
officers.
an hour. But there's a lack of officers.
Okay.
And they're not there, and they need to address that. And they need to fix what's wrong with the department, because they've had probably, I don't want to put a number on it, but there's been a lot of suicides. There's been a lot of incidents of bad acts by Atlanta officers. The officer that shot the gentleman, the Lyft driver in the back of the head. So that's mental health awareness. There's going to be something coming out probably pretty soon on that issue, because there's been a lot of noise stirred up by it. So I think that all that needs to be addressed to keep the public safe. We got a good chief. We got the chief to do it. They just need to take the steps to do it.
Copy that.
Because when there's low numbers, it's not going to be in zone 2.
Sure. Well, whatever zone
Manpower.
2 is now, they
Right.
just changed all the zones.
They changed all the
again, I heard.
zones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they changed the zone, and you know what that was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would just stick with when you say stuff like that. Just made me think. And maybe this might be a dope conversation to have. Right. I shared a couple of those posts with y'all on the messenger about hip hop and rap, and it was Cool Mo D had one. There was a couple other ones, but they were talking about how the music industry started not allowing positive hip hop. Yeah. You know what I mean? Remember everybody used to wear the African chains, and everybody was brother and sister. Everybody, you know what I mean? It was like peace.
We don't even speak to each other anymore.
And they killed that with gangster rap, and then all this BS they doing now. I don't know what you call that. You know what I mean? But everything is so shoot 'em up, bang bang, or hold this, hold that. Da 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 da. You know what I mean? And not saying that they didn't have those things, but it's very little positive rap, and you don't really hear. It's like they don't hype up those people as much. You know what I mean? And but it was a really dope conversation. And that Muslim dude, he had made some super points, man. When you get a chance to look at that jump, but I think that might be a dope conversation, especially if we can get
trying to think of who we could have in for that. I think that would
maybe get your boy OG rapper. We need to get a couple guys, you know what I mean? But
yeah, I was just
Pastor Troy.
you know what I mean? But
yeah.
But anyway,
Positive K coming this way anytime soon.
I can get Positive K anytime.
There it is.
Yeah, I can get Positive K anytime. Yeah, I got podcast on speed dial. You know, but but yeah, that's a good idea though. I get a positive K. You know what I mean? But I think that might be a dope conversation to have, just that transition. But listen, some of y'all chimed in late, so I just want to say again, my baby boy made a 1250 on his SAT for the first time. 16 years old, take his SAT, made 1250. I'm just proud of my Asa. You know what I mean? So, you know, I don't know. I know you're in Virginia, so I ain't know if y'all got a chance to hear that. No good news, but yeah, made a 1250 first time out the shoot. So, but hey, man, if you haven't registered to vote, please do. You heard Killer Mike say that his acceptance speech. You know what I mean? When he broke it down and it said, hey, man, do you know who your local politicians are? Do you know who your, local this? And I mean, he just broke it all down. He was saying the same things that we've been saying week after week after week.
Yeah, he broke it down.
Vote globally, think locally. Excuse me. Vote locally, think globally. But you got to vote your local elections, man. So if you don't do that, shame on you.
All right. Well, for me, man, I just found out in the Tyler Perry series, my name is actually going to be in the credits.
Oh.
As a mover, but still on that episode, I'll be in the credits. And also, I haven't even watched it yet. I've only watched video clips that people are posting. But the movie Men Pray 2, I did pretty damn good in that damn movie, bro. I just looking at the video clips. So I'm asking everybody, watch it, get a chance.
Guy at the barbershop said you did good. They weren't sure about the whole movie, but they said, but Jae Tea did good.
Yeah.
I told my guy at the barbershop. Can't even know they watched it.
Yeah, man, I was looking at the video clips. I was like, damn, I actually need to have me a movie night at home. I haven't looked at it yet. I haven't watched it. I watched the premiere, but I haven't looked at it since then. So I need to take a look at it.
Get a proof from the guy at the barbershop, man. He had to do it. It was all right. Barbershop be critical.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, people telling me my next calling should be a pastor. I'm like, I must have really did good because, boy, I ask for forgiveness every night because, pastor in it, yeah. I don't know.
Gotta be hurt.
Oh, my God. All right, man, so I guess we'll move on to the top 5. So, again, top 5 things that LeBron could call his son that won't embarrass him too much. And the same thing with Bronny. You can mix them up.
I'm about to say mix them up.
Yeah,
total
mix them
5.
Up. Total 5. Bronny calling LeBron. That would make him look too sappy or make LeBron look crazy. So, have at it. You ready, Dwayne?
Dad's son, Pops. I got you here. And keep talking. I'm the point guard. You won't get the ball.
He said, I got you here. That's funny.
I got you here.
In more ways than one.
You got anything, Millennial? Uh-oh.
There we go. Little nigga, pass me the ball.
She had took the mic. She took the mic. Too funny. We talked about this in the car. That's a good one.
Hey, man. Can you? And that's another thing. Think about that part of it. They're at the crib talking about practice, talking about the game. That's.
But he's the point. LeBron better shut the fuck up.
Boy,
you want the ball.
Facts.
Well, that's gonna be the first NBA player he's gonna be like a ventriloquist. Whatever he wants said, the coach is gonna say.
He's saying that what LeBron and or Bronny will call each other on the court. She actually didn't understand the question.
On the court,
the 5 things that they would call each other.
Yeah. In practice.
At practice or
in the locker room.
Wherever. Game time.
Okay, I go. Well, LeBron he can call Bronny's son. I mean, son passed the ball. In regards to Bronny, I think number one would be Pops. Old man.
Hairline.
Oh, that's a good one.
No, it's
I don't
not.
think look, that's the one he have to say with the other guys that don't like LeBron.
Then you gonna
He
go
can't
from
say
the
it out loud.
first time a father traded his son.
Old head
Old head. Okay.
and somebody said, yeah, and I saw that, but I just can't see dad or daddy. That's just that. Yeah, Pops is number one for me.
I think Dad is sweeter. My son still call me Dad, Pops, Daddy.
Yeah. Can't say that on the court. You supposed to be a grown man.
Producer got me on that one.
That's funny.
Not shots fired, but bullseye. One shot, bullseye. Yeah, I 4. That's all I can come up with.
I go. It's your top 5.
I can't come up with. I don't come up with 4.
She said, if LeBron piss him off, Bronny can now call him by his name, LeBron, because we at work. Yeah. Yeah, I'll go with yeah, same thing. I just said the same thing. I go with Pops. I would probably say something like, I think the main thing I think you're gonna call him is by his number. So I'm gonna go both ways on that. 23, 9. You know what I mean? That's 2 and 3. You know, I think they're gonna call each other by their numbers more than anything else. He'll probably still call him Bronny. You know, I think LeBron might still call him Bronny. You know, and
I hope they have him mic'd up for a game. That would be so dope.
and baby daddy.
Baby daddy.
You said LeBron probably say 55. What you mean? You lost me on that one. Oh, funny. I didn't catch that. That's good.
Yeah, second round. That's good.
Hey, Lebanon James. Okay, Mr. Brown, I made you. I got game now. Junior. Okay. Junior, that's a good one.
Yeah, Junior's a good one.
JR, that's a good one.
I probably want to call him JR and think he hollering
You
at
out of wedlock.
Gonna be thinking about JR Smith.
I know,
want to
right?
call him JR.
But bigger than anything else, you're gonna be able to call him teammate. And I love it.
Yeah.
And I love it.
I
love it.
Oh,
It's worthy. I don't care what nobody say. I think it's the coolest thing to be able to actually be on the court with your son. And whether he had the power to do it, so be it. They get away with it all the time. We need to have the opportunity to do that every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
And I bet there's a whole bunch of folks wish they could have.
Yep.
And the fact is, the man still playing at such a high level.
that's what I said, man. That's still don't make him GOAT to me, but it's still that's highly
She
commendable.
said, if he messes up, I can say, I brought you in this world, I can take you out. Yeah.
Oh, bro, literally both worlds,
Coach. Yeah.
I brought you in both worlds, bro. I done birthed you twice.
Too funny.
All right, man. Well, I guess that's gonna do it for this week, man. Is Mo she gonna try and reschedule?
Yeah, she said she's good for next Tuesday if we want to do it. Or the following Tuesday. I know we had anything else. I told her I can get with y'all tonight. So,
No, I have a thing. But I'm hoping that have you looked at Origin yet, MJ? The movie Origin?
I watch it too.
yeah, watch it, man.
Yeah, watch it. We gotta have a show on that. It's pretty deep.
Hey, Mark Curry this
Pretty deep.
weekend. Mark Curry, hang with Mr. Cooper. Be here this weekend, Friday, Saturday. Oh, dope, man. I had a conversation today. I planted a seed with Ali Sadiq a few weeks ago. He said, Angelo, I promise you, I give you my word, I'll do it before the year's out. Call me today. Next month, I got Ali Sadiq coming, man. Gonna be during the week, won't be the weekend. But God dog it, man, I'm excited about that. Made it happen, man. Ali Sadiq is going crazy right now. So,
Unc's birthday coming up?
huh?
Unc's birthday coming
Yeah,
up?
July 5th.
Oh, his birthday the same day as my mom. All right, Unc. Okay.
Yeah, his birthday Friday. Yeah,
All right.
July 5th. Shout out to my grandma. She'd have been 100 years old last week, man. We made a bubble salute to her. Helen Bracey. Shout out to my Aunt Corlee. My mom said she watching tonight. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Auntie.
So that's dope.
All right, man. So we're going to see y'all next week. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo.
And that's a cup.
And we out. You dig?